eat cereal, cereal. I wanna eat cereal. Let's eat some cereal. Let me hear your crackle pop. Your crackle pop. Let me hear your crackle pop. Wanna eat cereal, cereal. I wanna eat cereal. Let's eat some cereal. Let me hear your crackle pop. Your crackle pop. Let me hear your crackle pop.
Damn dry knuckles. Working too hard. Oh! I didn't see you there. Welcome, cereal lovers, to another Cereal Box cereal review. I am your host and palate guide, Professor Cereal Doctor. Elucidating the cereal curious from the Jean Lafoote Memorial Library in the heart of the Cereal Laboratory. Now, our last few cereals have been marketed to children. So, this time around, I wanted to bring the maturity level up a level, or God willing, two, and discuss a cereal for adults. Many of you in the cereal gambling circuit who didn't look at the title of this video are probably on their beepers right now, betting on my review being some kind of prune bran or actuarios, but I'm going in a different direction. So, without further ado, the cereal we'll be exploring today is Dunkin' Cereal by Post. Now, I know what many of you are saying. Professor Cereal Doctor, aka Little Twink, how can you say a donut cereal is for adults? Well, for one thing, who says donuts are for kids? How close-minded of you. And for another thing, I never said anything about this cereal being donut flavored. This Dunkin' cereal is flavored in the style of one of their seasoned coffee drinks, specifically caramel macchiato. Macchiato. Yes, coffee with a frou-frou moniker. It doesn't get much more adult than that. This cereal is flavored in a way that I'm not used to. Plus, it looks like it has marshmallows in it, so I'm excited to dig in. Looking at the box, the first thing that you notice is the orange color, this very strong orange color. Some may say safety orange, traffic cone orange, maybe a little bit of a warning. Now, in large letters, it says Dunkin', and it is in the font of Dunkin'. Notice, no donuts. And underneath it, small letters, cereal, and then caramel macchiato. Macchiato. There is a circle, and I'm not going to call it a bowl, because the top half, I believe, is not a bowl, it's a cup. The top half is the drink itself, caramel macchiato, and the bottom is what the cereal is going to look like. Now, here's the interesting part of the front of the box. As you can see here, it actually says that it is in fact made with real Dunkin' coffee. So this is a cereal with coffee in it. And you can see on the bottom there's some little coffee beans that they left on the floor, and this melted caramel, which to me is not very appetizing at all. It looks like somebody left it there and it melted for a couple of weeks. Now, I mentioned before that this is an adult cereal, and it is made with coffee, the most adult of drinks. But there's another aspect of this cereal box that leads me to believe that it is very much for the older adult crowd. And that is the cereal itself is just in plain milk. The milk is at rest. There's no jumping milk. This is adult milk. Adults don't want any more jumping in their life. They are tired of excitement. They just want a frickin' moment. Just a moment of peace. My God, can't you give us that? The only thing that I want to point out is that I did very specifically look for coffee in the ingredients, and sure enough, there it is. There is coffee in this cereal. The back of the box. And it says that it's a little bit of Dunkin history. It leads you through this fun timeline of all the big events of Dunkin history, such as when they opened their first Dunkin in Japan, and their marketing campaign, Everyone Runs on Dunkin. And who is this for? Like, I'm serious here. Who is this for? Who would find that interesting? I know adults aren't the most interesting of people, but I don't know any adult would be like, oh, that's when they opened up their first store in Japan. Fascinating. I will say this, though. I'm very thankful that they put this timeline in the back of this box, because what that does for me as a reviewer of this cereal is it significantly shortens my research. In fact, I'm doing no more research than reading the back of this box. The opening of the box. Good, easy open. Now, I want to give my prediction of what this is going to taste like. Will it really taste like a caramel macchiato? Macchiato. I have no clue. I am willing to venture that the taste will be very sweet, very caramelly. I just don't know how much of a coffee flavor there will be. So let me take a quick whiff. This cereal really, really smells like a coffee drink. It really smells like a coffee drink. I've smelled coffee drinks before. This smells like one. Now, let's give it a pour. Now, the pieces look like a Cocoa Puff, and the marshmallow pieces, no special shape. It's just kind of a cylinder, rather thin cylinder. And here we go. Now, as I was fairly clear on, I didn't know what I was expecting with this cereal, but I was certainly not expecting what I tasted, which the strongest flavor that I got was dry. I was expecting to be, I don't know, it's a drink. It's a cereal based on a drink rather, and I wasn't expecting it to be so dry. The Cocoa Puff like pieces just kind of took all the liquid out of my mouth. I need to give it another taste because I didn't really get much more beyond that. I'm also going to make sure that I have enough marshmallows. It's sweet, not too sweet, and it does taste like a little bit like caramel. It's definitely coming the from the marshmallow pieces, not from the Cocoa Puff cereal pieces. I wonder if this is one of those cases where the adding of the milk will significantly improve the flavor. So let's find that out right now. The adding of the milk. And as all of you know by now, not a fan of adding milk to cereal in normal circumstances. I prefer what we call the get out method of having a dry cereal and then drinking milk on the side. But like I said before, I believe that adding the milk will improve it because, as I said, it was very dry. I wonder if it's like the equivalent of just drinking a cup of coffee grounds as opposed to the liquid. So here we go. That's much better. Much, much better. Part of the problem with the cereal, much like the Hershey Kisses cereal, is that the dryness of the puffs really distracts from the cereal. The puffs are, I believe, kind of a sweet coffee flavor, and then the marshmallows complete it to make it a caramel macchiato. So, final thoughts. The first thought that I have is, did Dunkin' do right by its brand in having their cereal be a coffee flavored cereal as opposed to a donut flavored cereal? Now, for a long time, and I can tell you this by looking at the back of the box, they really put their time, their effort, their brand on the back of their donuts. In fact, it was only 2019 where they changed their name to Dunkin' from Dunkin' Donuts. They want to get away from being known for their donuts, and having tried Dunkin' donuts, I can tell you it's a very good idea because those are the worst donuts. They're really, really, really bad. Truth time. I don't really drink coffee. I don't drink coffee plain, and I don't drink the frou-frou coffees, such as a caramel macchiato. Macchiato. But that leads me to my final thought, which is this a good cereal? I give Dunkin' and Post a lot of credit. I wouldn't think of making a coffee-flavored cereal and they did it, and yeah, it tastes vaguely like coffee. It has coffee in it. I like that they tried something new, but this is not a coffee for me. Perhaps because I am so young at heart. So there you have it. Another cereal review in the book. And that book's on the internet. I hope you are having a good breakfast, and I will see you in your cereal bowl. Good day.